Hello, my name is Hannah, and today we are building an apartment. Now, I've been avoiding apartments mostly because they don't take enough time to make an actual video, which is funny, judging by the story of how I built this apartment, which you'll hear in like 20 seconds when I run out of things to talk about with the actual apartment. But this apartment, I was very confused on how to do a layout because I do the same layout every time, and you'll see that it's probably the same layout as usually when you see. But you know, that's fine, whatever. But I have the living room like detached usually. I think I do that every single time I build this apartment. But this apartment is like, it's awkwardly shaped, and the windows kind of give you a couple, like two maybe layouts total, if that many at all. But that's fine. And it's not that bad because most of the apartments, some of them have like one floor plan that you can use, but this one has two, which is kind of better. But also this one has the plaques, which I talked about this in the last apartment that I did. I don't know when that was, but the last apartment I talked about the plaques. Apparently I'm on a apartment with plaques kind of week. And so I just kind of hid them. In this one, it is covered up by a cabinet, I think. And then, I don't know, I think there's a second one. If not, I don't remember correctly. But I hid it with a cabinet, so I was like, I don't need to deal with this one. We'll just hide it. Sorry, ghost of the dead person of this apartment. You're not that important. We'll just hide your face. But, you know, the story of this apartment, I ran out of things to talk about if you were wondering. But, in the middle of this apartment, well, I wouldn't even say middle, a minute and a half into me recording, after I finished the floor plan and putting in lights, I got, like, distracted by origami frogs. I don't know how, but I was on the call with one of my friends, and somehow we just made origami things for 25 minutes, and I was getting very frustrated at them because, you know, I'm not good at, you know, automatically good at them, so obviously I got mad at it. But you know, that's a different thing. But then like 25 minutes later, I was like, oh, I'm recording. And so I had to cut that out. I'm just, I think I may have missed some because you may have seen, like, I don't know, like a minute ago, I was like, kind of like, I don't know, anxious sounding in my voice. That's because, there was probably like 20 seconds like there that it was frozen. Well, like frozen. There was nothing moving. And so I was like, did I not cut enough out? And the answer is yes, but we're just going to ignore that for like 30 seconds and just move on from that. But I did eventually remember that I was actually supposed to be recording, and that is what I do after lunch, is record builds. And then I probably should get back to that thing because it's kind of important that I, you know, do what I was supposed to be doing. And so I got back to the apartment and I was like, right, what was I doing again? And then I kind of went like off course. I don't really know what I was originally going for, but somehow we got blue and yellow kind of thing, which is kind of what happens a lot of the times, but like blue and yellow, good colors, happen a lot in apartments. And also there's this one rug that you'll see in the dining room from Eco Lifestyle that I keep placing down, and it is blue and yellow. Like all of the swatches that are either that or black and white. Basically, that's not perfect, but like most of the time. So I was just like, put it down, and then somehow the entire apartment goes blue and yellow. That's just kind of how that works. You place a rug down and the entire color scheme just changes. So, you know, that's fun. But I do like this apartment. I don't think I like it as much as some of the modern ones I've put in this apartment, but that's fine. The windows don't really go with the modern kind of style that I've gone with before. But that's fine. But the modern ones like kind of look cool with like this shape of apartment and kind of the layout. Also, I use these couches. However, the smaller one, the two-seater, I don't know what they're called. I don't know couches names. That's not very much important for me. But the 2-seat one is like different than the 3-seat one from the same pack, the paranormal pack, which I think was, you know, I think purposeful, like, so like you get like more of the, like, you know, I don't know, haunted kind of like vibe, like, oh wow, the couches are mismatched, you know, kind of thing. That, so maybe, but also it's just very weird because the normal one from Paranormal Pack, the one that's 3, is much less like old Victorian kind of theming. It's much more 2015 new apartment with your millennials who, you know, just moved out on their own kind of thing. But, you know, that's fine. It's been 5 minutes. I really need to get going to something other than this build, but like that's fine. Doesn't matter. It's my video. I can talk about the build and random nonsense as long as I feel like. But I actually am going to move on because I don't know what else to talk about and I've been just rambling for so long. But today's story is kind of short. I'm going to try and make it as long as possible because I kind of need to make a voiceover out of this, but you know, that's fine. But last night when I was doing my Duolingo practices, as I do every day, I have an issue. By issue, I mean I have a 1,030-day streak. Yeah, it's that big of an issue. Okay, moving past that. But in the comments of one of them, I don't know which one, that's not important, but in the French lesson, someone had like a whole like paragraph written about how like often they misspelled the French word for today. I'm not gonna say it because I cannot promise that my French is good enough to be said online where comments are available. We ain't doing that. So if you want to know how it is spelled, go on to Google, type Google Translate, translate it from either English or detect language into French, and then type today. Or not. I cannot control what you do. But if you want to know what it French for today is, just look at it. So it's definitely different. It's definitely a bit long, but this person was saying how they had a bunch of difficulty spelling it because it's spelled so weirdly and it's like so different. Like it has an apostrophe in it, like it's all fancy. But I have never spelled today wrong, which I'm not trying to brag. That's just, you know, kind of the segue into the story kind of thing. But the reason that I can spell it right every single time is because in 8th grade, in my French 1 class, the teacher every single day, I think the entire, first, how long, was it like a year or semester? I don't know how long I was in this class, but the first, half of it, I don't know how long that half was, but I think it was probably at least 9 to 18 weeks, which is, you know, how big yeah, whatever. But for that time, she had us write out, hello, today is, this date, my name is this, and then 6 different facts every single day. I still have the notebook and all of that stuff because it was our French notebook, and it also has notes in it, but it also has 60 entries, exactly like that, or well, not exactly like that, basically like that, between a very long period of time. And so every day I would have to spell every single one of these in French, and so she was getting us prepared to do this because those are fairly basic skills to know. It was mostly just you know, my name is I'm this old, you know, kind of things. When it at the end it was more you know, my brother's name is, I go to this school kind of thing. But you know, at the beginning it was very, very basic kind of things, and so they just had us do this multiple times, and so now all of us can probably spell it with our eyes closed, just out of memory of doing it so many times. So you know, if you're having difficulty spell a word, maybe do it every day for 9 weeks. Helps very much so. But you know, I am a pro at all of those, you know, kind of things now, because they just ingrained it in our memory, which is good. That's what you're kind of supposed to do within a language, as it is, you know, a language. And you know, as I'm doing that right now, I probably couldn't do that in French, but you know, I could not make a voiceover in French. That would be really bad. I would suck so badly at that. I am not fluent enough to talk in French class, but you know, that's fine. I'm going into French 3, so, you know, and I'm in the American school system, so, you know, this is not what they expect, so it's fine. But I guess that's about it for today's video. It is a bit shorter than usual. I don't really have anything else to talk about, but that's fine. It's only a minute shorter. You'll be fine. Just watch my screenshots and you'll get the same amount. It'll be fine. But, you know, as I said, it is almost screenshots time. Subscribe maybe if you like today's video or the voiceover, whichever one. But yeah, I post a new video every day of the week, so you can watch another video tomorrow. Bye!